Hello everyone. So in this video I am going to explain input dataset in Domo ETL. So let's take a Domo ETL here. Input dataset. Choose the input datasets. So I selected performance. So why I am going to explain this video, let me start. Okay. So in input data set, we have a one section called data selection, then partition column, then data handling. Okay. So let's understand first what is partition column. So when I click on partition column names, just assume in input if I have some partition column, then I can include those column also. Okay. Second thing is data handling. So when I click on data handling, I can see my data and its type. So I have an option to change it. When I click on this down arrow, then I have an option to change the type of data. So I have one more setting option, transform setting. So in the transform setting, I can apply date setting. Then I have a option to handle null value. Okay, so for null value, I can stop the data flow. I can remove the row, set the null value to null, set value to null. Okay, and then defer to data flow label settings. So if I click on inherit, so whatever things I have applied on the data flow, it will inherit that setting. Okay, so now default it is inherit. Okay, so in inherit what happens, it will just keep the null value, treat null value as a null value. Okay, but we have an option to change a null value, as well as we have an option to change bad value also. Bad value means something wrong, like not suitable. Just example, we have a value date value in the date type column, but in that instead of date we are getting some another value. So this kind of value we called as a bad value. So we have an option to handle this kind of value also in data selections. So another thing is, after all data selection we have an option advance. So in advance we can go with either new or filter by batch. So let's understand one by one. So when I click on new, what will happen? I will get Domo will take as an input only for new data. It means just assume in the previous before start of execution we have 50 rows. Okay, now like this is my input data set. Okay, so input data set has a 15 row assume, but after sometimes this input data set got executed, now it has 15 rows, sorry 55. So what will happen in that case? It will take only the new rows, not old rows. Okay, so that is called a new data. Another thing is filter by batch. So in filter by batch we have an option to select range, like last, one day, hour, week, month, year, like that. Okay, another thing we have an option between, like start date this, end date this. Next is we have a current, like a current, today, week, month, year, like that. So like that we can filter the new data in Domo. Okay, Domo ETL, and then we can create a transformation and create another output based on only that data set. So this is all about input data set selection in Domo ETL. Thank you.